like the American Army's turned up. Hi, just an update. So basically I've been scraping every single bit of paint that could possibly flake off of this boat, and basically took a long time, but as you can see, a lot of it is done. So my plan is to put some sealant and then primer over the sealant. It's something called peel it they use to seal the flaky bits, so there's no more flaking coming off of this. So you just put a sealant on and then the primer over the top of the sealant, and then after sanding down the primer with 320, then put the top deck paint on, which I'm going to be doing white, and I'm also going to be doing the sides afterwards above the waterline. So we starting that on Monday, and hopefully all should be good. So that's the update, and let's see what happens and see how it turns out. Adios, amigos. Hi, so as you can see, I've been busy painting the rear deck. It's pretty much watertight now. Decking looks a lot better. And if you saw it before in the first video I've done, you'll be amazed at the difference here. So both scuppers at the back are working, pushing the water outside instead of in the boat. So now it's just a matter of making a further piece of wood for the top. I'm going to make some new bin covers, because them two boards are basically just bodged together at the moment. Okay, so I'm doing the engine today. Yeah, I know it's a bit rusty, but I have faith in this. I've heard they're built like brick shit houses. So I managed to get fuel from the main fuel line, from the filter over there, all the way through to there, bloody from that nut, and then basically kept going round. This is like the main mechanical high pressure fuel pump. So anyway, at first it wasn't coming out of here, so I basically done all kinds of things and made sure there wasn't any water in the filter, drain the bottom screw of it, and the top screw holds the main filter on. I undid that a bit till fuel came out the top to make sure the filter was full, which is that screw. Oh, I can't see that one. Yeah. So then I took both of these off, made sure fuel was coming out of these two. They don't seem to pump out fast, they just kind of like gurgle out. I don't know if that's correct or not. Anyway, so one pipe wasn't getting fuel all the way through to this one, so I took the whole pipe off and basically put some thinners down it, blew it out. It's now bleeding from there properly, and it's also bleeding from the other one. there. So now I saw some smoke coming out of the car part inlet manifold, so I'm thinking there is some fuel getting through, but I just want to double check. So what I'm going to do is I've already loosened these bolts that hold the high pressure injectors on, and I'm going to basically turn them upside down and then turn the engine over and see if it's basically doing a high pressure atomized jet of some sort. And if it is, then I'm basically good to go. Make sure the battery's charged up good, and then give it a good, and hope it fires up. So it's obviously a water system down there. Basically goes into this cooler here for the engine. But I'm going to get the engine running first, worry about that later on. There's always a way of cooling an engine. Okay, I'll update in a bit. Okay, so sorry for sore throat. So I've been quite busy. I'm going to clean this up a bit and get it all tidy soon. But you see them two holes there, 1 and 2. That's where the glow plugs are, and I didn't know this engine had any glow plugs. So I noticed that there's no power going to these glow plugs, but I've took them out and I've tested one already and it works. So I'm just about to test the second one, which is here. So it should, in theory, one-handed, heat up. See if I can do this one-handed. Okay. Smoking, that's a good sign. Yeah. It's time to glow red. Yeah, that's fully working. So try not to burn the place down. So that's good news. So basically I've got fuel going through to these now and to them. So as long as the injectors are working underneath these, because I tried taking one off and it's solid as a rock, so I ain't gonna bother. And I'm going to do a little test and put a string down these holes, see if there's anything inside there that shouldn't be in there. If it's totally dry, then put the glow plugs back, get the wiring sorted out, and then hopefully get the engine running. And then once the engine's running, check that water system there, and then do a massive clean and paint to the engine because it needs it. The engine's running! So the top shaft is now moving totally on forward, and as you can see it's producing a wake out the back, so basically this boat's good to freaking go. So just got the engine running, got the seacot working, me. Basically what I did was open this hatch up and basically put I don't know if you can see down there, but I put a pair of more grips on the C-cup handle so it broke up. So it seems to be okay. Just going to check how hot the engine gets and then just leave it running for a while.